Well, here we are. It's Wednesday, the 28th of October, 2008. Got 6 days until we elect Barack Obama as our first black man for president. I know you neocons and conservatives, Republicans are just mad as hell about it. But you're just being racist. There's no call for it. He's such a better man than McCain. I mean, if you just think about it, if you just think logically and really look at McCain's record, you'll understand what I mean. You'll see that I'm right. I mean, all you have to do is go down the list. For crying out loud, the guy comes back from, what is it, Nam? He's not a hero. Not at all. He gets shot down as a POW. What does he do? He writes propaganda letters denouncing the United States, calling us criminals. He makes propaganda tapes doing the same thing, denouncing the United States, calling us criminals. We engage in criminal behavior by invading Vietnam and everything. Things that Jane Fonda would just love to have heard. But if you talk to all the vets, if you talk to most of the POWs from that time, they'll tell you what a piece of shit John McCain really was. And he comes back from Vietnam, and he immediately starts having affairs. He can't seem to keep his dick in his pants. He doesn't have any respect anymore. He feels so guilty that now he feels, anybody's going to be with him, they must not be very right in the head. So he starts disrespecting his wife and having affairs with other women, especially this little blonde heiress down the road in Arizona. Yeah, Cindy. Rich, blonde, beautiful. Got a big kick out of John McCain in his uniform, big naval pilot. So he hooks up with her. Finally divorces his wife. Finally, after being with this Cindy the whole time anyway, not even being with his wife anymore, hardly going to Washington with her and showing her off, limping and everything, as if, well, I don't look so bad now, I got this piece of crap with me. I know that's how he was thinking. He's a piece of shit. I lived in Phoenix during the time that he was a senator, which we got to get to right now. That's another part of his life we need to get to. After he gets with Cindy and gets all that money, what does he do? He runs for senator, and he wins. But what does he do as senator? He doesn't help people. He doesn't have any causes. He doesn't have any real platform. He just wanted to use the position to make money. So he gets in with this guy, friend he is, named Keating, who of course is a friend of Cindy's and her family, because they invest in his firm. He's their investment counselor, I guess. So what does McCain do? Well, he follows the guy. Says, okay, the guy's, listen, I got a sweet deal going. All these old people wanting to refinance, blah, 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 and all this crap, this Keating savings and loan thing. Oh yeah, they got busted for ripping people off. And then McCain tried to hold back the Senate investigation because, well, he was part of it. He was investigated too. And then they thought, well, you son of a bitch, how could you do that? Hold back the investigation. Why would you do that? Are you crazy? You're involved with this guy. And of course, get a grip. That's just how I am. And then, after he rips people off, of course, he had, there were calls of domestic violence at his home. 3 of them, from what I remember, down in Phoenix. Yeah, he's beating on his wife. That's what he does. And then he starts making jokes about it. Yeah, I quit beating my wife last year on stage in front of hundreds of people. When you tell jokes like that, you just tell them on yourself. And as you watch him speak now, he has all the tells of a liar. You can tell, you can see it in his eyes. Blinking all the time, looking around, looking all, ooh, scared. And then Cindy's standing behind him with her hands almost tied together because she's afraid to let him loose. She might touch him. She does. He'll go off on her, call her a cunt like he's done before. Stands behind him. As he walks down a hallway, you can see it. She's like 5-6 feet behind him. With the Secret Service not even paying attention to her, they barely recognize her because she's hardly ever near him. When he's on stage, in front of people, she's not up there with him, holding him and everything. She don't dare touch him. She's afraid of him. His own wife. You can see it in her eyes. Especially you ladies who are undecided. Please, look real close before you go to the polls. You'll see any man that would treat a woman that way cannot be the president of the United States. Now come on. Not in all seriousness. And as he goes along, he never votes for veterans' rights, veterans' health care. He's always voting against it. He brings people to tears about it. He lies. Now, come on. He's got the worst record in the Senate. His temperament is so terrible that they call him the flip out. Even the guy who was his roommate at Annapolis says he was known to just go off at the drop of a hat. Bam! And be flipping out and screaming and calling people names. And he was lucky he was fifth from his class, to tell you the truth. That's what they say. A man like this, you want him to be president. Then he makes a decision out of spite, because they wouldn't let him choose Lieberman. He picks this unknown governor of Alaska, who you all know has not got the intelligence nor the temperament to be the president. Because you know that's where she is. A heartbeat away from the presidency. She hasn't got it in her. You saw the You saw the interview with Katie Couric. Katie Couric did not disrespect her. All she did was ask simple questions. Palin could not answer them because she doesn't know the answers. She's just, it's all about jobs. And when they did the Saturday Night Live skit and were able to use the exact same dialogue, you know it was a joke. And now McCain would choose someone like this to be his running mate. He doesn't even like her. Look how they're acting now. 6 more days of this. 6 more days of lying about a good man. Born in Hawaii, not Kenya. If he's any religion, it'd be Christian.
Terry, calm it down.
But he's pretty much an atheist. He doesn't really have I don't think he really has an organized system of belief. The thing with Reverend Wright, I believe, was just he was trying to go to church, experience religion. I don't think he should. He doesn't need to. We don't want that. We don't need a theocracy. We don't care what religion you are, Obama. Not us. Not we who are really supporting you, who really want to vote for you and will vote for you. I was a Republican until you came along, I gotta say. Actually, until Bush came along, and it just blew me away. I couldn't do it. I could not vote for a man who admittedly doesn't read. I can't do it. I couldn't do it, so I did. Go get him, Senator Obama. Go get him. I'm with you all the way. This will be my last blog. Well, no, I'm going to do one Monday night, just before the polls open. How's that? Let's see what y'all got to say then. Good night from Portland. This is Gerald Newberry signing out. Good night. Good night, YouTube.